Alright, so I want to start by explaining why I don't upload a whole lot on this channel. We'll start with that. I don't upload a lot because I don't have the data. I live in the sticks, and my way of internet is a phone tethered to my desktop. I only get 30 gigs, and I do all kinds of things, and so it's gone before I know it. So I kind of want to get that out of the way, and I wanted to explain that because there was a lot of folks who started, who subscribed to my channel, who followed over from Review Tech USA, because Richard Masucci, who is the guy who runs that place, is a friend of mine, and he was kind enough to, well, he's been telling everybody about coronavirus, and he was trying to get it across, you need to wear a damn mask, and he basically used me as an example, because I got sick with coronavirus bad. I was in the hospital. I mean, I know not everybody's as religious as I am, but I was literally sitting there praying, heal me or take me, one of the two. I was ready to go. I was ready to go or just get better, and thankfully I got better. So he used me as an example why you need to wear a mask. It's very important. And in the process, some folks came over from his channel, and I feel the need real quickly to just try and explain why I don't upload a lot, try to explain why there's not a whole lot of videos, and so on and so forth, and I just can't do it. I tried upload, because I get like 75 gigs to the phone itself. These are Verizon's plans. They're terrible. I get 75 gigs to the phone, but only 30 gigs to get online with my computer through the phone. Hope that explains things. I've tried uploading through the phone itself, but it's remarkably slow for me when I try to upload from the phone. It was a waste of time. Uploading was throttled, I think. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. So I just kind of wanted to say, yeah, I'm sorry if I don't upload. That's going to change next year, I'm hoping, when Starlink gets more prominent and it's available here where I live, which is in Texas. Once that happens, which is sometime next year, then I'm going to get that, especially if it's as good as everybody's hyping it up to be. If it's worth a damn, if it's better than the existing offers, the existing services, if it's better than those things, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it, and then you'll see me a lot more, and I'll have more content. It'll be more than what's been here. So I just kind of wanted to get all that out of the way, and I want to get to what I really want to talk about real quickly, and that's my health and where I am after having coronavirus. I'm way better. This is probably my last update on having coronavirus. This is it. This is going to be it. So, after getting out of the hospital, one of the things they told me about my walking and everything is that I might not get over that. It could be a side effect of having coronavirus, and it might not go away. I am happy to announce that it went away. I can walk properly now. I'm not shaking all over the place. I'm not about to fall over. I'm not a rattly... it's like Parkinson's, basically. It was like I had Parkinson's. I didn't, but it felt like Parkinson's, just shaking like a maniac. So just holding myself up and everything was terrible. It went away. The only issue that's left, and I have an inhaler and it's in the living room, is I get asthma-like attacks, and I'm assuming maybe that's something I might be stuck with because of the damage to my lungs. There is still a possibility, since I'm younger than a lot of people, that maybe in time that'll go away too. But if it doesn't, it doesn't. I might be stuck with the, I might be stuck with that. But it's no big deal. I mean, that's the worst of it at this point. Like, I pretty much gotten over it. I mean, I'm taking walks. I don't have a cane with me everywhere. I'm not hunched over like I'm about to fall over. In fact, the reason I started using a cane at one point is because I was falling over. I fell over at least 4 times on 4 different occasions. I hit the ground because I couldn't hold myself up, and it was really bad. I wasn't completely over it, I guess, at that point. And now I'm fairly certain that I'm over it. I'm fairly certain that I'm perfectly healthy. My breathing has improved. I'm not wheezing as much. I'm not coughing. I'm much, much better. So I lucked out. Not everybody's so lucky, though. There's people dying still from this. It's not a hoax. It's really not. I mean, I almost died from it. I almost died from it. I was lucky that the people around me helping me actually, it felt like they cared. The people at the front line, they genuinely care. They don't do this just to make a paycheck. They care. They do care, and they do want to do right. And they do want to make a difference. You can tell. And so part of this video is just a thank you to them, because I wouldn't be here without them. I wouldn't be here without them coming in, injecting me with all kinds of stuff, poking me with needles, constantly checking my blood pressure, breathing, everything. It wasn't a perfect experience, but if it wasn't for them, I would not be here. All right? At least I don't think so. They were very attentive and helpful. So that's good. And those are the folks at St. Luke's in Woodlands, Texas. Yeah, the Woodlands, Texas. These folks, most of them were pretty awesome. There was one nurse who she was kind of mean. I wanted to cry at one point. She kept snapping at me when she came in. I was on the brink of crying at one point. I was like, I'm sorry. And she could tell I was upset. And I was just like, wow. But that was just one nurse out of several who genuinely seemed to care. That's a good thing. That's something that this world needs. You know, not just there for a paycheck, not just there because it's a job, because they care about human lives. So it's a disservice to them when you sit there and call it a hoax. It's a disservice to them when you don't even try yourself to prevent yourself from getting the virus. It's a disservice. And it's a slap in the face. It's a slap in the face to all of them, to the people who don't care. Because all of a sudden, these same people who said it was a hoax are getting sick with it and loading up hospitals and overburdening these poor folks. I only got it because my brother got it while he was on the job and passed it to me. He got over it lickety-split. But that's all I wanted to say in this video. I just kind of wanted to get it out. I'm better. Next time you see somebody who does that as a living, who is a nurse, who is a doctor, who is right there on the front line, you thank them. You thank them for what they do. Because all you have to do is think, well, what if it was a family member of mine? That's all you have to think about. You know, just thank them. Thank them for doing what they do. It's important. Don't listen to the president. He's a ding-dong. Trump is a ding-dong. That's my best. I don't have any other words I have to say about him except for that. It sums it up perfectly. He's a ding-dong. All right? He's a freaking ding-dong. Pretty simple. All right? Why am I doing this? He's a ding-dong. That's the best thing I can say. Don't listen to him. He's been feeding misinformation for a long time. This is a serious thing. I don't think anybody right now would be calling it a hoax if he hadn't called it a hoax first. He's the first one to call it a hoax. If he hadn't called it a hoax at the beginning, nobody else would be calling it a hoax. People would be more cautious, but they're not. Because of him. Why did I go into politics? I am so sorry. I shouldn't have gone into politics. I'm sorry. But yeah, so yeah, I'm doing better. This is like the last update I'm going to do. Last time I wasn't sure if I was going to come back and talk about this, but I was having the walking issues and whatnot. So this is like another milestone. I'm much, much better. Wow. You don't want the coronavirus. It hurts. You hurt all over. Your breathing is a mess. You don't want it. You do not want the I kept sweating. That was another thing I had going on. I kept sweating. I could be hot or cold, and it was sweating constantly. I mean, it was hard in that hospital. My body went from feeling too hot, too cold, too hot, too cold. It was like I was having like hot flashes in and out. It was like all of a sudden, you know, it's like a woman going into what do you call it, menopause over and over, getting out of it, leaving menopause, going back into it. It was horrible. And there's many women who know what I'm talking about. They know how that feels. All they have to do is imagine if they kept going in and out of menopause. Going backwards from menopause, back into menopause, having horrible it was bad. It was really, really bad. I promise you, you don't want to catch it, especially if you're not as young as you used to be. You don't want this, okay? You don't want it. It's pretty cut and dry. You don't want it. So that's all I've got to say, and I'm out. And I needed to express this, So I'm not going to talk about my health anymore after this. As far as having the virus, because I'm fine now. For the most part, I'm fine. This is almost out. It's a medication for my lungs, and then I have, like I said, I have an actual inhaler, and the worst of it is a little issues with my lungs at this point. Some people aren't so lucky; they get stuck with all kinds of issues, and it can cause issues later down the line. This virus is freaking horrible. So that's all I gotta say. Doing better, and I'll see you all again. Bye.